Hey, it's River. I just wanted to talk about contemplating going to the hospital and what I think needs to happen. Um, Basically, ever since what happened with Buzz and what's been going on with like all of us, and feeling suicidal and feeling hopeless and wondering if we're gonna hurt the body or attempt, me, my family, and myself and my workers have been wondering if hospital is what's needed. But I don't want to do that for many reasons. One, you know, not working in a world where you need to work to survive is quite stressful. Like, I have bills to pay. I have a lot of bills to pay actually. So going to the hospital and not knowing how these bills are going to get paid is always stressful, even more so now because I'm really independent and I don't have a safety net. Like, I don't have a savings to rely on or anything. So going into the hospital is, a lot of stress because of that. Also, not feeling if I need to be. Like, I've been hospitalized many times throughout my past, and I've always never had any negative feelings towards being hospitalized, but now I want to figure out how to maintain stability and safety while in crisis outside of the hospital. So I feel like if that is a goal I'm setting, going to the hospital defeats that whole ability to learn those skills that I need to do that. So, and just, I've always felt this way, and I think because I'm multiple, this is kind of where this experience has happened, where like when I'm not in crisis and when I'm not having, at least, like, and when I say I'm talking about like the body. So like necessarily myself or someone else, when we're not in crisis, we're like fine and stable, and then crisis will happen for periods throughout the day, and I don't know if that's another part of me, like another alter or like person getting triggered out and they're experiencing the crisis, or if that's just me with my BPD having like emotional instability throughout the day. So I always wondered about that. Like, when I'm fine, but when I'm not fine, I'm really not fine. So I've always like not known what to do about that. Also, I'm really worried about Buzz, and I'm worried about myself. I never had any memories of what had happened before, and Buzz, I looked into it, and it is an emotional memory flashback. So that's what he was experiencing, and like I'm going through a lot of, I don't know, like denial or fear, and I'm suppressing a lot of it too. Like, I'm not allowing myself to feel those emotions of knowing that this is what the body was feeling when that was going on, whether that be Buzz or someone else. Buzz, obviously, because he's the one who had these memories. And yeah, I tend to have a problem with intellectualizing things and not allowing myself to connect to how I'm feeling. And I'm saying a lot, I'm sorry, but yeah, I worry that Buzz is going to get triggered again, and he has been, and it's going to cause the body to become crisis again. And when I remember, I don't know what it is. Like, again, I'm very open to maybe not having OSD or DID, but when it feels like Buzz is in the body, I can like observe what's happening. Even though I don't, like, I'm not the one who hid behind the chair. Like, I'm a grown adult. I don't like I not to like Buzz is a child, so it's okay to hide behind the chair when you're that age. But like, I'm not gonna do that shit. Like, I'm not gonna like I have like I'm not scared like that in real life. Like, if that would have happened, I would have been anxious and probably like my instinct is to run away. So I probably would have drove, ran away, and probably attempted, to be honest. But because it was Buzz in the body, he felt the need to hide and hide behind a chair and grab his squishmallow and squeeze. And like I knew all that was happening, but like I didn't feel like I was controlling it because I wouldn't have done that shit. So that's kind of where the conflictedness is happening with this whole like, am I multiple or not? Because like knowing that I wouldn't have acted that way, but we still acted that way in the body. So I forget where I went before, where I was going before I went on this tangent. But I guess I'm worried that, when Buzz was triggered last night and he was playing with his toys, there was a voice in our head that said, "Kill the body, Buzz, kill the body." And we have a feeling there's someone in us named Zendaya, and that's been jarring. And I think that's where River. That's where I got those thoughts of, like where I guess I already said it, so I'm sorry if this triggered you, but I had thoughts like kill yourself, or your life is pointless. Like I had thoughts like that. Sometimes I do think, my life is pointless, but I also had the your thoughts too. So I'm just worried that basically when I'm in crisis, or Buzz is in crisis, or the body's just in crisis, that whoever that part is, that emotion, that like need to act on these suicidal urges is going to front and or at least have extreme passive influence on getting the body to do what they want. I feel like my attempts have always kind of been like that in the past. I wanted to talk about too how knowing what happened with Buzz and stuff, like before I knew I was multiple, or before I thought I was multiple, like really thought, like in the last like month thought, I or like watch a lot of DID videos, OSDD videos, and videos of people being multiple, and I learned to want to, and the respect and the validation that alters or different people who are multiple should get within the people within that body, all people in that body should get. So when I started to feel like I was multiple, sorry, I I want to keep that same validation and respect for my parts. They're not my parts, but the body's parts. Like Montrell and Brielle and Buzz and Carl. I wanna hold that same respect for them. But I have this problem. My friend told me about this, how people experience trauma and they can see it with me. Do you think it's called casework, where like you become like basically a social worker for the relationships in your life? And I definitely feel that way. Like I feel like I put a lot of people's needs before mine, and I almost kind of take the role of like a therapist, or like the role of the professional in the relationship, the one who needs to stay unbiased, the one who needs to stay the bigger person, the one who needs to stay calm, the one who needs to hide what their external reality is and present themselves as this cool, collected, calm person. I often felt that way, like I needed to be that in life, and it wasn't like a conscious choice, it's just an instinctual choice of mine. And I feel that I'm doing that with the parts and being multiple. Like I feel like I need to like be respectful of like Brielle and how she wants to dress female and wear Uggs and wears makeup, and I need to be respectful of that. But like me as a person, I've been struggling with that because I'm a man, and like I don't want to be that way. I don't want to hide behind a chair. I don't want to wear elf ears. And I'm sorry to say that because I know I need to stay welcoming and all that, but like this is like how I feel, you know. Like it's been hard to like know that I want to say me, but what I mean to say is this body is like I'm losing control of myself. I'm losing control of my life. I'm acting differently. I'm scaring or making my friends and my family feel off or feel like they don't know what to do. I don't I don't want to have this. I don't want to be multiple, I don't think. I want to go back to how I was. And I know how I was before. I wasn't happy. I wasn't content with life. I wasn't feeling like I was in control. I felt urges that didn't make sense to me. I acted in ways that didn't make sense to me, and now I understand why. But I don't know, it's been a hard adjustment, and I don't know. I think I'm at a loss for words because this is uncharacteristic of me to feel this way, to feel really. Like I said, I intellectualize things. I'm usually calm and collective. I don't, that's not even true. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know myself. As Brielle has spoken about, and how I speak about, I never know what I'm feeling. I never know who I am. And I think our world, in the world that I'm getting so close to the camera, but I'm hunched over and I'm sitting like this. Like I'm just kind of like, so sorry. But yeah, this is a hard adjustment. I'm trying to stay respectful and opening for my parts and the people of the body, but I also am not enjoying this experience, and it's scary, and I'm gonna keep it at 10 minutes, but it's kind of just a blend of how I'm at right now. So I don't know.